legacy trying to be destroyed like this over some fucking bullshit to save his ass because he doesn't want the world to know and to verify that he was involved with molesting children. It's just diabolical in my whole situation. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna. Anybody want to talk on that before I find this clip about him trying to? I got something from Al Sharpton here, but he's the only one who's really right now, as of right now, stepping out and really being aggressively assertive by talking about the connection.
My recollection, just real quick, guys, my recollection is Obama did know some things, and he chose to not, particularly as it relates to the Russia stuff, he didn't put it out there on purpose because he didn't want to influence the election. Like he was trying to, what he did, the decisions he made to not speak on things that he did know about was to keep from influence of the election, like when Comey did the Hillary thing. That's my recollection. So, yeah, he did know some things, but what did he do wrong? And whatever the decisions that he made, how are they now treasonous? It's crazy to me. But they are using that word on purpose.
They're not.
Because that's the one that that's the only one that would hold weight, I believe, from the Supreme Court's decision. That's the only reason they're using the word. A treasonous act would not get immunity, I believe, as far as what the Supreme Court decided, and that's the only reason they're using it. But how is holding information, and the other thing was him saying that he was being spied on. Yeah, they did have to look into some things to determine if he was colluding or whatever else Mueller's report said. And so I just don't think those things will hold up. Any other will hold up. And y'all know whatever Donald Trump said, somebody mentioned the White House, what happened in the White House today. I don't know anything about it, but if Donald Trump was talking, what we do know is he was running his mouth. If it was open, he was lying.
He's disgusting. He needs to get out of office immediately.
What happened in the White House today? I don't see anything on.
He had the president of the Philippines there. Of course, he didn't speak to the president of the Philippines. He spoke about Biden. Then he went off on Epstein. Yeah, no, he had the president of the Philippines there. And then he actually had the audacity to say that he would be okay if the Philippines, had a relationship with China. Of course they have a relationship with China. I was like, who are you to be telling another country if they have a right to do business with China?
See, all right. I was just saying, we're not going over right now what he said. I'm saying the fact that his mouth was open, he was lying.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about yet. We haven't heard it yet.
I'll try to find that clip.
It's just really rude. It's really rude for him to be.
Girl, shut up! You ain't saying rude yet.
No, she's talking about Trump.
No, she's talking about me. She just talking about me in the chat.
No, I was talking about the way Trump was speaking to the president of the Philippines. I wasn't talking about you, Deborah. I in the chat I was.
Yeah, my apologies.
It's my apologies. Yeah, so no, that was not meant to be you. I was.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to while I'm doing this, I'm gonna try to locate that particular. If he's talking about Obama, in that particular interview or whatever, he's meeting with the Of course, we want to see what he says.
Yeah, he's talking about Obama. I posted a few things to the chat where he's saying that they caught Obama red-handed, Obama committed treason, they need to arrest Obama, and all that shit.
When he was talking with the Philippine...
yeah, less than an hour ago, yes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to find that. Dang. They're not posting it right now, and they're running something live. But I know I can't rewind it.
Thread videos on thread. I'll put some thread videos in the chat.
Yeah, thank you.
The news is kind of going crazy right now. I mean, after what he just said.
I'll try to find it. I'm just looking at this stuff right now, and I see. Let me just cue it up. There's something on YouTube about him being with the Filipino president right now, the Philippines president right now. Let me go and investigate it. Y'all can jump in, but I don't want to play it if he's not talking about what we're talking about right now. So let me go look at it. I'll be right back. Go ahead.
All right, everybody in the history of this country, you know one thing. So even if Obama did know something, let's not forget he was the first African American president, non-white president in a white supremacist country. If he did know something or say something or choose not to say anything, we all know. We don't have to ask him. We don't need no proof. He did it to protect himself, Michelle Obama, and his daughters. He wouldn't say nothing to get them hurt or killed. And honestly, I believe that's acceptable. You see, but when you have a white man in a white supremacist country not wanting to give up information about Epstein in a white supremacist country, it's a totally different thing. Whether anybody wants to admit to it or not. I mean, I'm not going to hold Obama accountable for saying something or not saying something in order to keep his family from being assassinated, as compared to a white man in this country who really has nothing to fear from the white supremacists, except for even white supremacists are not going to support a pedophile.
But Daryl, how would Obama even say something? He left office in 2016 or 2017 January. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't he arrested in 2019? How would he have said something?
He was arrested under Trump's.
Yeah.
When Trump. But the thing is, a lot of people, I've heard other Republicans speak that, like, if there was issues with Trump, it would have come out in the Biden, during the Biden, candidate when he was president. And the reality is that it may not have, because the thing is, just like what Gerald was saying, is that they also, we also have to respect our previous. I don't know. There's an element of, I don't know that level of which they make decisions around, but you have to wonder, why didn't this come out? And perhaps maybe it was because they were trying to hold it back because Trump's name was exposed so many times. I mean, at some point, other presidents do respect the previous presidents of the United States of America, because that's normally what our history has done, even if they're different parties. That's the shameful thing. And they created this whole conspiracy theory. So they created this whole problem for themselves. I didn't even realize that they were making this such a big issue. I mean, I think it's disgusting, frankly, like the whole Epstein thing. It is unbelievable, but I didn't know that this was part of they were actually promoting this during when Trump was actually running for election. So new news to me. But I'm not exactly happy to hear it, because it's not fun to hear, because this is reality. This did happen. It happened to white women, actually, a lot of them, and people, and that's why the Me Too movement came out. Not only white women, all colored women, by far, but I'm just saying it's really wrong. It's really sick, but they caused this conspiracy theory to blow back on them. And now, so that's the sad thing. And it's sad for the women, and no one's even talking about the women and the girls. And that's the saddest thing about that.
So the original arrest was actually during the first, the second term of George W. Bush. It was way back. And that's when Acosta, who became labor secretary under Trump, gave him like the most ridiculous, softest deal of all time. And completely pulled the rug out from underneath these girls and young women who had been, trafficked, raped, violated in all kinds of ways, and were looking for, some modicum of justice, and he basically screwed them over. So the story goes way, way, way back. I think it's important to remember that this isn't since 2019. Like, that deal that Epstein got back in, I think it was 07 or 08, is a really big part of this, and it's telling that Trump decided to hire this guy as his labor secretary, a whole 8 or 9 years later.
And also,
he was not qualified for that role at all.
You also have to reflect too that Pam Bondi, state of Florida. That's who gave the state of Florida is who gave him the deal. He got 12 hours in prison, 12 hours to go. That was the first. And actually, I think part of that agreement was that his people that helped him were I don't know what the term is for it right now. It's not coming to my mind. That's I think what Ghislaine was trying to like. They actually no one else. The agreement was that no one else would be have to go to prison. Is my understanding, something of that nature. A very exceptional prison term. 12 hours in, 12 hours out per day.
I think the wisest thing we can do is push back on anyone who claims to be Christian. And that is a reason for supporting Trump, because this makes their claims of Christianity absolutely empty. And I really think Democrats in general spend too much time using knives at a gunfight. This is time to pull out the big guns, and the big guns is if you are true to your faith, you cannot support this kind of activity. And if that one doesn't work, then every man who is a father of a daughter needs to be said, what if that was your daughter?
Thanks,
Any woman.
well said. Okay, hold on, you guys. I found the thing. So go ahead and finish your thoughts. I'll see.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene, I have to say, for once in my life, I actually agree with Marjorie Taylor Greene's stance. I cannot believe I would ever say that in my entire life.
I can't believe you said it right now.
Well, no, because she wants it all to come out. She's appalled by it. I mean, I don't know if you've seen her last, and actually I was quite impressed because she didn't sound crazy manic, but she sounded calm, and so this is appalling.
We don't have to give credit to monsters. It's okay. We can be on the same side as people who aren't horrific and not give horrific people credit. It's really allowable. I don't understand this desire to align yourself with the other side in moments like this, because Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't actually going to push for accountability. She's not actually an ally.
She actually is. She is the one. She is speaking up, though. I appreciate that.
Well, that's just because not every white supremacist wants to be recognized as a pedophile.
That part is true. That part.
Right. And then I wonder whatever happened to the judicial system, even in public opinion, right? So all these people talking about, it don't make no sense for this to come out or that to come out. Oh, well, hell, shit. Everything needs to come out. It needs to come. I mean, if Trump didn't do nothing, okay, let it come out and say he didn't do nothing. Don't just say, hey, this going on here, and we was doing this, we was doing it. We need to know. We all need to know.
So Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson said,
they let you know everything else. They let you know everything else, right?
Let him finish.
Yeah, thank you, Deb. Deb, handle the stage for a minute while I'm trying to get this clip together.
Hey, man, she can go, man. I ain't here.
No, I see her. I'm not trying to cut you, but I just watched Speaker Johnson to the House GOP give Trump time to deal with Epstein. He's dead. Give Trump time to deal with Epstein. That's what Michael Johnson said. That's what he's saying. Give Trump time to. That's what's on CNN right now. It's on CNN right now.
Do you really think Mike Johnson, who owes his entire power to Donald Trump,
I don't think
who carries water for Donald Trump all the time, is going to be the person to hold Donald Trump accountable if there's things to hold him accountable for? He's the man running interference. It's like you're talking about the person who's going to be part of the cover-up and being like, isn't it great?
Give
they're going to be part of transparency.
Time
it's
to
absolutely yes. What he's doing.
Epstein is dead. Give Trump time.
I know. What I'm saying is Mike Johnson. You're giving credit to people for saying in public that pedophilia is bad, which is like saying the sky is up and the earth is down. Giving participation trophies to Republicans in this moment is maddening. Why would we do that?
Yes.
Pedophilia is that is the absolute most basic standard. It's like saying murdering people is bad. No, you get 0 points for that.
And
okay, cool. You showed up, and all that means is that you're not going to get lumped in with other horrific people who are defending the practice and not trying to expose the Johns who are part of the trafficking of girls and young women. You get 0 points. Stop giving them credit, please.
But that was no credit. I just think it's just completely asinine that he would say that. Give Trump time to deal with Epstein. He's dead. I mean, he has to deal with what he's done, is what Trump has.
And we have to deal with Donald Trump, and we have to get the son of a gun out of office as soon as possible. Now. And I think maybe what we should do, and I will be happy to work with Lisa on this if she's interested, but if they're going to stop the House, then we should have 24/7 hours rooms in Clubhouse about this so that everywhere they turn, they cannot get away with it.
I agree. I don't mind working with anybody collaborating on this, but I don't. Alan, 24 hours. We closed our room at 4 a.m. and reopened this room because of this evidence that came out with gasoline. It's just, to me, this man has literally single-handedly destroyed this country.
Exactly.
We are the laughing stock of the world.
Exactly.
Yes.
People are looking at us. We were supposed to be the greatest country in the world. And how is that possible when you have this person at the helm? How is that possible? Every single day there's some crazy, dumb, disrespectful shit coming out of the White House. We've accomplished nothing but the immigrants stopping them. Okay, I can admit that. Okay, they said no one's coming over the border. There's definitely an immigration problem or situation going on in this country. So now that the border has been tamed, it was never open, but now that they have stopped the crossing, the illegal crossings are down to almost whatever they're saying, nothing. And who's to believe that? We don't even know if the numbers are correct or what he's talking about. Now we're shipping people all over the world. They're coming into, from what I'm understanding, they're coming into New York because of a sad situation that happened with one of the agents where he was shot in the face. So now they're going to flood New York, and I don't know how that's going to look, trying to find immigrants. And the way they're going to do it, how the profiling is set up, is the way where you work, whatever that means, how you look, how you sound. Now imagine that going on in New York. It's going to be a shit show because everybody looks, sounds, and works in places that you would consider immigrants to be somewhere around, right? So that's going to be a shit show in itself. But other than that, what exactly has happened, except for the ingratiation of President Donald Trump and his family with money, with kickbacks, with grifts? What exactly has happened? We're getting ready to take food from people who need food in a country where the population is obese, and we throw away food we throw away food every day in this country. We destroy crops in this country every fucking day, but we want to make it our priority to take away, number one, food. Then number two, healthcare. In a country this rich, where we have the richest man in the world walking around here, running through our government who wasn't elected, running through our personal information, we are concentrating on taking away healthcare from people that need health care, and the parameters that they're setting are already in place right now. You do have to work to be on Medicaid if you meet the parameters. If there are other parameters that you met where you don't have to work, if you're handicapped or you're in a certain age group. So I don't know what we're doing right now here.
Hey, breaking news, Lisa. You mind?
Yeah, no, absolutely, Your Honor. Thank you.
So Mike Johnson, so the headline on NewYorkTimes.com right now is Johnson to shut down House until September to avoid Epstein vote. So basically, there was I think it's called something petition, discharge petition. That's what it's called. And so basically, this is where House members can force a vote by getting enough signatures and without needing the speaker to sign off on it. And so he's literally shutting down the House early for the summer break just to avoid this vote. So they're just trying to buy it in time, which is bananas. Like, that is...
It's got to work.
It was supposed to be until...
You're right.
I don't don't think they were supposed to go on break until, was it the end of the week? I think it's the end of the week.
It won't work if we don't let it work.
Politically, it's going to work. It's going to stir the pot, though. It's not going to address the issue that's Lisa's talking about, and that New York is about to find out, and LA knows.
But we might not pass the budget, though. Do you also understand that?
Well, they're going to, the last minute, they'll pass it again.
Wait, so does that mean that Mike Johnson supports pedophilia? Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what it means.
Exactly.
Okay, that's all right. Let's run with that. Mike Johnson and the Republican congressman
And they're
support pedophilia.
And they're about to go home to all their districts, which is going to be such a big opportunity to protest and get in their faces. They're going to be at town halls. Like, that's what happens in August recess, right? Like, they go home to their districts and they got to talk to their people. So I actually don't know that that's going to make their life that much easier.
That would be pretty
But I think it's ambitious to
Michael
think.
Johnson, respects
I think it's ambitious to think that the Epstein thing will stay for 6 weeks of a news cycle.
Well, I don't think it's not gonna die. It's far from not. It's not gonna die.
Yeah, but think about how much new stuff could be drummed up before about it.
See, no,
Lisa,
okay, I gotta ask Neil this question. I'm sorry for the noise. This is New York City, and I got.
I'm here too, Lisa.
Oh, hey, welcome. It should be like 100 degrees today. Welcome.
No, it's nice and it's a nice outside. Yeah.
No, but I don't know the weather, but it's been in the 90s.
It's in the 70s today.
It's freezing out here. It's freezing out here, Lisa.
You're in California. Be quiet.
Yeah. But so does that mean the Democrats should be doing?
I think Lisa was going to ask a question. So.
Oh, I was asking Lisa a question. Can I do that? Okay, thanks. So does that mean that, Lisa, the Democrats are going to do an anti-pedophilia town hall tour across Republican districts all over the United States in August, now that there's a recess through Labor Day?
Hey, you know what, you guys? They're crazy not to take advantage of this fucking layup. We've missed a lot of layups. You know, if they don't take advantage of the fact that this shit is trying to be squashed and pushed down, and that Obama's been pushed forward, I don't know what to tell you guys at this point. You know, all the shit I'm gonna start believing about Democrats that these freaking righties are talking about. So let's see what happens.
Let's take it out of the Democrat and Republican. I mean, pedophilia, wrong is wrong. I don't care what. I'm not a Republican nor a Democrat, but I'm just saying wrong is wrong. And try to put it back into something political. This is wrong on all levels. This is inhumane. All the stuff that's going on. And you know, you said earlier that Trump single-handedly. No, he didn't single-handedly do nothing. It's all the white supremacists in the United States who have a hand in this stuff. And it's all imploding. The whole idea of white supremacy in this country is imploding right now. They can't stop it. They're going to do everything like try to sully Martin Luther King Jr., sully Obama, do all this other kind of stuff. And I'm telling anybody who's white and think you supreme right now, it's all imploding. Your time is over. Just give it a little more time, and there will be no more white supremacy in this land.
That's ambitious.
What did you say, brother? You said white supremacy. Are you serious? You just say that's different?
There will not as we know it. This country is going to fall apart, and it's going to be white supremacy's fault. Oh yeah.
It's fine, my brother. When they have that down in their hands.
Can you reiterate the ties to Roy Cohn? Can you reiterate the ties that they got? Yeah,
sure.
I don't think the people know. They need to know how connected these people are.
Yeah, that's amazing information. Thank you, Scotty, for doing it.
Oh, yeah, I'll be super quick about it, too.
Take your time and be thorough, because this is some amazing shit if you guys don't know it. Go ahead, Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to hear this. I didn't hear what Scotty said the first time. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, yeah, I'll remind. Okay, so cool, yeah. Roy Cohn got his start working as on the legal team of Senator Joseph McCarthy out of Wisconsin in the 50s, at the same time that J. Edgar Hoover was heading the FBI, which he did for decades. And what they did was prosecute communists, entertainment actors, Hollywood, any suspected communists, anybody on the left, basically, to the point where they ran them out of their own business, they bankrupted them, and sometimes they killed them, like Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, the first, like, really big case. Anyway, fast forwarding a little bit, we know how much the right wing in America and the FBI hated the people on the left, Democrats, socialists, communists. Fast forward to 1973, Fred Trump, Donald Trump's father and real estate developer, along with Donald Trump, were getting prosecuted by the federal government for discrimination against black people, not letting them into housing. And who did they hire? They hired Roy Cohn. Roy Cohn, again, was Trump's personal attorney and political fixer up until the time Roy Cohn died in 1986 of, yes, AIDS. And yes, he was a self-hating gay, never came out of the closet. Or on top of that, but that's a side issue. So Roy Cohn was also connected to Roger Stone, who they met in the late 70s, around 1980, to help Ronald Reagan win his campaign. And what am I missing here in connecting the dots? Roy Cohn was an evil fucking person. And he ended up, again, working for Trump up until he died.
Also tied to Epstein.
Don't forget about the bracelet.
Yes. Thank you. So also, on top of that, Roger Stone was also the one who ended up getting a bunch of people together to expose Eliot Spitzer, the governor of New York, so that he ended up resigning. And on top of that, Roy Cohn was disbarred in 1985 because of some real shitty activity as a lawyer. To get disbarred is pretty tough to do, but nonetheless, he was disbarred. But one of the witnesses for Roy Cohn in 1985 was none other than Donald Trump himself, that he went on record as a character witness for Roy Cohn. At the same time, Roy Cohn was also Alan Dershowitz's attorney as well. Alan Dershowitz is all over the Epstein files as well. And on top of it, Roy Cohn, who ended up dying penniless because that's how he wanted to, and he also owed the IRS a lot of tax money because he was a scumbag and avoided taxes. He did leave one thing. He had one thing to his name, which was a diamond bracelet. That diamond bracelet was left after his death to none other than Donald Trump. And I think that's part of the story.
Now, Roy Cohn is the one who told, I'm going to let my little, I don't know too much as Scotty does, but I do know that he talks about Roy Cohn all the time, and Roy Cohn never told him never to admit to anything, to lie, until the lie becomes the truth. That was Roy Cohn, and there's a couple of biographies out on him. He was the original fixer, Scotty, right? Before he hooked up with, he was Donald Trump's original fixer. There's a lot of great, he taught Donald Trump everything he knows how to be a scumbag at the highest level. And then came his other fixer later on. So
my mom, she often would tell me this story. Just keep in mind, because we used to live near Trump Village. My mom always told me about this story where his dad had an attorney be his mentor, and she talked to him. My mother had been telling me this for years, like even before he went into politics. My mother would always tell me this. So now I'm hearing more details of the story. I never dived into it. The most diving I did into Mr. Trump was his original name was Trump. And when I go back to his great-great-grandfather, he comes from a long line of Dodge drafters and they left the country under scrupulous circumstances. I mean, if you begin to look at the lineage of where this came from, you will know that this is why he's become a subject matter expert at what he does. This did not just happen overnight. He was definitely groomed, and I believe my mother said that the attorney who was doing the grooming she said he was a homosexual. And she does. Yeah, my mom been telling me this for years, and my mother's not even into politics, but she always told me these stories. So now I have the other piece of it. Good job, bro. That was Scott that did that.
Spirit, yes.
Oh, thank you. Good breakdown.
It's all documented. There's plenty of evidence of it.
Yeah, no, but it's good when one of us has gone in and done the research and the homework and brings it to the floor, because we actually can tell, like, when somebody does that. So that offers a lot of value to the room, like when we lock in on something and bring it to the stage. Thank you.
I think the connection that's important that we talked about last night, Lisa, is the fact that this is a very small group of people, all interconnected for decades and decades and decades. So we all know how scummy the FBI is. Well, J. Edgar Hoover was the head of the FBI. There's a building in his name for decades and decades and decades. And Roy Cohn was part of that machine. So I don't know if you're thinking the FBI is gonna be doing kosher shit in the late 60s or even up